Welcome to the Meshcast verification desk. The headline this week: OpenAI's custom chip, Jalapeño, serving over 100 times more work per kilowatt than an NVIDIA GB300. 100 times. So we pulled OpenAI's benchmark materials and the independent audits of that claim, then checked the rest of the week: Anthropic's mystery models, the Opus 5 backlash, Alibaba's cheaper Qwen, and Claude's memory upgrade. Tally: 10 claims, 8 verified, 1 partially verified, 0 busted, 1 flagged. Let's go. First, the headline. Is the 100 times number real? Yes, it's in OpenAI's published materials. But here's the asterisk, and the video got this exactly right. The 104.3 times figure is not a speed comparison. It's throughput per watt at one operating point, both systems pinned to NVIDIA's best per-user decoding speed on DeepSeek R1. At that latency, Jalapeño sustained 12,258 tokens per second per kilowatt, versus 118 for the GB300. At each system's peak throughput, the same workload shows a 1.7 times difference. So, 100 times faster? No. 100 times more efficient at extreme low latency. That's what the number actually says. The rest checks out to the token. Across GPT-OSS 120B, DeepSeek R1, and Kimi-K 2.5, OpenAI reports 1.5 to 1.9 times more work per watt, and 1.7 to 3.6 times lower latency, widening to 4.1 on interactive workloads. On GPT-OSS, 85,448 versus 44,960 tokens per second per kilowatt. DeepSeek R1, 1.65 seconds versus 5.99. Every figure matches the published tables. One caveat: these are vendor-run benchmarks, observed by semi-analysis, on public weight models, never OpenAI's frontier models. And the underrated part: OpenAI went from design to tape out in 9 months, crediting its own models with optimizing the arithmetic circuits. AI-generated kernels ran 1.5 to 1.8 times faster than human-written ones on selected blocks. 3 unplanned open-weight models hit high performance in 2 months. Small volumes ship by end of year, ramping through 2027. And it's not a replacement, NVIDIA stays a partner for training and inference. Verified. The rumor mill. 2 codenames, Melon and Marshmallow, appeared in Anthropic's API Monday and vanished within hours. Verified as reported. Leaker Lentils 80, who tested them, says Melon reads like a Fable tier checkpoint, Marshmallow like a cut-down Fable or a strong Opus. Speculation points to Fable 5.1 and Opus 5.1. But none of that is confirmed. Anthropic has said nothing official, and community guesses even disagree on the tier mapping. Real leak, real test reports, unconfirmed conclusion. The video hedged exactly right. The Opus 5 backlash is real. Users documented verbose output, over-verification loops, unprompted subagent spawning, and apologizing instead of fixing. Anthropic's own docs confirm the behavior, including what they call severe over-verification loops. But the specific quote in this video, that the head of Claude Code called the model very stubborn and blamed a number mapping issue, we could not independently confirm. Plausible, consistent with Anthropic's pattern, but unverified. Partial. Qwen 3.8 Flash checks out clean against Reuters. Multimodal, stronger on coding and office tasks, roughly 1/9 the training cost of Qwen 3.7 plus. Context expands to 1 million tokens. Pricing, 1 yuan per million input, 3 per million output. Flash next waits, 125 billion parameters activating 6 billion, preview the Qwen 4 architecture. The 80 billion Hong Kong dollar placement, about 10.2 billion US, is real, though it completed Tuesday, not Sunday. Verified. And Claude's memory win. Anthropic announced Tuesday that chat and cowork share one memory, two-way. Memory builds by topic mid-conversation, and the whole store is readable, editable, deletable. Sensitive categories are off by default, and it never stores social security numbers, government IDs, criminal history, or immigration status. One nuance the video skipped: Claude Code's memory stays separate. Verified. And the flagged claim, Fable 5.1 is quietly running on your account right now. Unverified. The cutoff date test prompt circulating is circular, as the video itself admits. Anthropic hasn't said a word. The leak is real, the speculation is reasonable, but that claim is rumor until confirmed. Bottom line, 10 claims, 8 verified, 1 partially verified, 0 busted, 1 flagged. Jalapeño is genuinely impressive, and the video's handling of the 104 times asterisk was the most accurate part of the episode. The reminder: vendor benchmarks are real measurements with narrow boundaries, and a leak is not a release. Now the quiz. Which claim was not supported by primary sources? A. Jalapeño delivered 1.5 to 1.9 times more work per watt than the NVIDIA systems. B. Qwen 3.8 flash cost about 1/9 of its predecessor to train. C. Fable 5.1 is confirmed to be rolling out to users' accounts. Or D. Claude Chat and Cowork now share memory. Pause, pick a letter. The answer and full audit trail are in the description.